With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Pushing his way through, and he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboys. 19 Lions.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Checks it down to Jenkins. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The second-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. You look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Second and 9 now. Out quickly to Judy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
13 yards. And the Browns first down.
Okay, ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get it? 70 Timberwolves. Pass all 80. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go now. 19-18. Ready.
Judkins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That That's all down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Fannin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That'll result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jackson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side for Judkins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19, 19, 18.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 5. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
At the 36-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
DC, ready? DC. Nice shot. To what? Running. Nice shot.
Henry running right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Ravens at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the...
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Okay, ready?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, Cleveland.
Pat the street. 1918.
On first down, here's Judkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second and 6. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen for Sampson. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Back to throw now on 1st down. Left side, he's got the tight end, Fannin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. He'll swing this out to Sampson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Off the option, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson. And he is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Thomas, 47 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Browns drive about to get started.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry. The locker room. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Left side, it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
from the gun with Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
A
first down carry for Henry. And some room to run now. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just
to the right side and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now they can't bring him down. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 11. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
18 rally.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Second and 20.
Let's go now. Hot 70.
Now back to throw. There's a short one caught by Fannin. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Play action. It's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. They've got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Henry up the middle.
177 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Oh, it shifts past him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out right at the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy,
55 yards.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. One-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Inside handoff, Henry. Fighting his way through contact. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Man, 206 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a handoff to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go play action now. Jackson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Pass caught by Fannin.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go. Mikey, 18.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
An inside run with Judkins.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Let's go now. Go.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.